The hand gestures you repeatedly see out in public are no mere coincidence. All right? They are signaling to you that you're a target. You have people out here being umpire and referee and just throwing up any kind of signal. They could do this, or it could be some weird part of their chest or shoulder or something they're touching. They're sending out messages and signals to each other. These are messages and pretty sure probably got some type of Masonic root to it. But these are things that they're doing to signal to each other that they know who you are, they know who they are, but you don't know who they are. And they also are doing that to let you know that they outnumber you. It's to make you feel paranoid. It's to make you feel like you're all by yourself and that you're not going to be able to overcome this because of the amount of people that are doing it and that are behind it. So it's something to try to get into your head to make you think that you're not safe. You have people signaling to you that they're in some type of organization that you may not know too much about, but they want you to be aware of their presence. And when you have a large group of people doing this to you at random places, it could cause uneasiness, it could cause paranoia, it could cause a person to not even want to leave the house. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that some of these people are the same person. You might see somebody that is a garbage man, and later on this person will be a cashier at the grocery store. And I'm not saying homie might not be hustling, but this person could also be law enforcement. This person could also end up being a homeless person. This person could also end up being a doctor. You know, like people have reported that these types of people will switch up. They'll use the same people, and it's just a game that they play to try to work some type of torture on your mind. The fact that they have time to role play and do this type of street theater, they have time to be able to do these things, so that lets you know that it's something set up, it's something put in place that they belong to. They're doing this on assignment, and they're able to make these gestures to let you know that they've got this thing sewn up. When you see these enough times, and you start to begin to see a pattern, you start to realize that, wait a minute, that person just did that, that person just did that, that person just did that. People do things to try to basically make you look like you have a issue or a problem when you're out in public somewhere. I've had several people behave in certain ways to me that I did not like when I was out and about just trying to go get some things done. But also, another thing that I've noticed is several people positioning their hand the same way on a place on their body, whether it be their face or whether it be an arm or their chest, and somebody will be standing like that and another person may walk past you like that. They want you to know that they're in a group all together, join together, join hands. But they didn't start a love train. All right, they started the opposite of a love train. They all come up with these types of strategies and pass them down to the people that work for them, so that way they can be carried out, and then however you respond to it is reported back to them. And they probably have it even, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have it hooked up to where they could get the footage from the people who own the grocery store, because a lot of them deal with certain types of subliminal messaging in the first place. When you're shopping, they have things that are going over the intercom, provoking you to purchase more, provoking you to come back to their store. And not only that, they're playing some type. They always have music in the background to get you like pumped up. I always notice that when I'm in Walmart, they always got that music playing. I'll be having to chill myself out. I'll be like, yo, that's that that's that make you buy more music. They want to create a reality for you to where when you see other people doing normal, regular things, you become paranoid because you think everybody is a part of this group, or everybody is doing something aimed at you or out to get you. That's what they want you to think. But you have to be strong-minded enough to not see things that way, to not think things that way. They'll all pull up on you in the same vehicle. All right, while performing color harassment. So technology makes this a lot easier now. You have people who are in these groups who can communicate back and forth. They can take pictures of you, text these pictures to each other. They know what you look like. They know what you're wearing, what you have on. They're able to take that and then go possibly dress like you. Go to places where you're at. They can get where you're at because I don't want to say certain words, but they can get certain information about you due to the way technology is, and people just paying attention to other people a little bit more than they should. So when you notice things like this, just always not be paranoid, but always be paying attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what's going on around you. If they are trying to do something weird to you, you'll be able to see it coming. The best thing is when you're out is to always keep your eye on and watch your back. Keep your eyes open and watch your back, because people like to oddly be close to you, and you could turn around and somebody be right there. Like that's a way for them to cause anger. That's a way, like little things like that. They know nobody wants someone that close to them. So if you are a person that has very powerful energy about you, and you draw a lot of people to you, you're going to want to be aware of your surroundings, because people will like to get that close to you. They want to try to get in your energy field and try to stay in it as long as possible, because they're trying to absorb your positive energy. They're trying to feel good. All right, for that little amount of time that they're there. But I always found myself not liking that and getting extremely frustrated, like upset to the point to where it's like when I get back to my place, I would feel some type of way about it, because I felt that it was nothing I could do about it. But the main the main way you can solve that problem is to always just be paying attention and looking around, because it makes people think twice. Even when people like to follow you, just keep looking back at them, keep looking back at them, because it makes them put some space in between you and them. So whether they're trying to get close to you, or whether they're trying to get close to you, or whether they're trying to do some little little strange hand signal, trying to signify that they're in a group and you're not, and trying to make you not feel safe, you need to ignore those kinds of things, because very random things seem to happen at times when we're doing things, and it could be inconvenient. So what you have to do is you have to continue to pay attention to what you're doing, but also be aware of what's happening around you, and don't let it distract you. Don't let them get you to think that, you know what, let me not go out because that group of people might be there. Let me not go enjoy myself because I may run into those people. Let me not have a good day and go out and try to have a good time because I may run into someone that may act weird. You should still go out and enjoy your life. All right. There's really not much they can do to you but be weird. It's unfortunate that people try to be weird to you. So when you have people that are trying to be weird, it's going to take you to empower yourself to know that you can feel good regardless of what somebody is trying to do. And when you have groups of people that are ganging up on you like that, and they want you to feel miserable, you have to remember that it's just one big game that they're trying to play with you in your mind. So when you realize that it's a game, and once you see that you're the one who controls all the pieces and you don't have to play back, they're the only ones that are playing. They're playing by themselves. And when people are playing by themselves, it's no fun because they're being ignored. So my advice to you is not really pay attention to people too heavy like that or too hard body like that, because when they're trying to distract you, I hope you like that beat. All right, yeah, that was a little fire beat that I created. When you have people that are trying to distract you, you're gonna have to basically just block them out and act like they're not even there. So you say you have the same person, right? And the thing is, if you've ever been out and have had people try to hover around you until you paid attention to them, or if you've had someone do something trying to get you to pay attention to them, they could have possibly even been trying to show you a little hand signal. they could have possibly even been trying to let you know, hey, I'm linked up. I'm in this thing. I'm a part of this. What are you a part of? I got something going on for myself, and it's called the beehive. All right, the narcissistic hive of gang stalkers, and I'm a part of it. What do you have going on? Here's my hand signal to prove it. We are following you around in this grocery store. Don't you see? All right. So my advice is, I've always had a good time ignoring people when I could sense that they were an energy vampire. And it's always a deep gratification and satisfaction that I have for people getting pissed off when they're trying to do the same to you. And you can just tell. Like, people will be waiting in the same area where you're about to go grab something, and you patiently wait and they walk away, or someone tries to do the dance thing with you. Sorry, I didn't see you there. They saw you. They were just focused on you, and you weren't paying them any attention, and that was just a grab for some recognition, because you're gonna recognize that spirit. At least that's how it feels. So when you become someone that chooses to go their own way and you're not really upholding the standards society wants you to uphold before you know how to play the way you should play the game, all right, the way life works, as people say. Once you figure out a way that makes life work for you, you may end up noticing things on a higher level. You may end up being able to see the things that you weren't able to see previously when you were distracted by other lower vibrational things. Now that you're able to focus and not worry about things that you have no business worried about, now you're able to look at it from a higher level to where you're able to see how things are organized. All right, because you're more organized. So now you're able to see how things are more organized and how you need to stand up and fight against this thing. All right, paying people no attention that don't need to be paid attention to. Staying calm in situations that are meant to upset you and frustrate you and anger you and get a rise out of you or a reaction out of you. People purposely plotting. PPP. People purposely plotting. All right? People purposely plotting because they don't have a purpose. Oh, there we go. People purposely plotting because they're not plotting on their purpose. You got people out here purposely plotting because they're not plotting on their purpose. So they're plotting on you. But you're going to make it anyway. You're going to make it anyway. Because good things happen to good people. All right, they always do. Sometimes when you're dealing with a lot, you may have to get your grips back on reality, because sometimes it can feel like, yeah, when are things going to work out? But you have to remember that things always work out. Things always work out. Sometimes a negative thought can get a hold of your mind due to past experiences and how you've dealt with things in the past. But you have to remember that you deal with things differently now. Sometimes old programming will creep up on you, and you gotta push it on back. You have to keep fighting, and you gotta keep working your mind. So you may revert back to an old way of handling something, but if that's all you know, that's all you know. You just got to keep working at it until you begin to learn how to use your mind differently, until things set in and they become concrete, and you renew your mind and develop a new way of thinking, a new way of being, starting to see yourself different, feel yourself different. Even if you revert back, don't give up, because that's what you're in the process of changing who you are, regardless of people and these gang stalkers and the group strategies and attacks that they're carrying out on you. Regardless of these things, you are still able to become successful. All right. Sometimes when you go through something, and when you deal with things like this, they're able to create a bleak reality for you. They're able to make things look bleak. You have people doing negative things to you, causing you to feel negatively about yourself, and you may carry that with you. They like to create hopelessness. That's the name. That's the name of the game, is to create hopelessness in the target. They want to create hopelessness in the target. So try not to pay attention to people like this. If you see someone that is just acting weird and their energy is off, and this person is either trying to get to something, or it seems like, excuse me, excuse me, like, there are just some situations that just seem so fake, and you gotta start going with how you feel on things. Just because you're out, just because somebody's doing something, doesn't mean it's not staged. You got people who are actors. You got people who act all the time. You got people who aren't honest. You have people who do weird things. This could be a situation where you don't know what the heck this person is up to, and it's taking you to be patient and relax, so that way this situation doesn't get you into a situation itself. If you know what people are up to, and you know how you are, you know thyself, and you begin to be able to learn how to handle yourself in situations like this, it's going to be easy for you to deal with people like this. Even if you know things may have not been that way for you previously, things are gonna get greater later, and you'll be able to deal with people. You'll be able to deal with yourself. Most importantly, you learn how to deal with yourself. You won't even have to deal. Other people will be a breeze, and that's really all it is. You have to learn how to deal with yourself. Once you learn how to deal with yourself, other people, which were never really your problem in the first place, won't be a problem for you, because you're not making them a problem for yourself. So don't make these things an issue. Don't make these things a problem for you. They're weird. All right, you got people out here purposely trying to flash hand signals at you to let you know they belong to an organization, to let you know they belong to the group that's torturing you. Well, guess what? You're not going to see it as torturing anymore. They've strengthened you. They've made you better. You're still here. They've made you a stronger minded individual. You're greater because of it, better because of it, more powerful because of it. Anything that is an issue for you, you'll get over it. I'm speaking it on you right now. You're going to get over it. You will get over it. There's pretty much no choice. You got to get over it. When it comes to all these activities and the way people behave, you got to get over it. When it comes to the things that you don't like that other people do, you got to mentally find ways to get past it. If it didn't work out for you in the past, find a different strategy. Find a different way. There's got to be a way for you to be able to get what you want. There's got to be a way for you to be able to get what you need. There's got to be a way, all right, for you to be able to overcome what you're going through, because you're not the only person that's ever went through whatever it is you have to deal with. There's always a way. And never forget that. They could do whatever type of gesture they want. And all it is to continue to remind you that, hey, you're a target. That's all it is. It's like a mental blow. It's like somebody hitting you over the head with something, because it could cause worry, it could cause stress, it could cause negative thinking, it could cause things like that. So all it is basically something to continue to induce the torture. But that all depends on how you perceive things and how you handle things and how you deal with things. So it's all good. They can do whatever they want. You're already in a position to overcome these types of things by watching videos like this. So good for you. taking time out of the day to sharpen up your mind and strengthen up your mind and take your power back. All right, so that way when you encounter weirdos like this, you'll already be well aware of the situation and how to handle it, and know what they're on, know what they're up to, know what they're trying to do, and how to handle it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.